Sunday, May 2nd, and I'm outside of my mobile home gazing at the sun. It's a little earlier than normal, it's 6:30 in the morning, but it seems like the sun is rising earlier these days, and the birds are singing as usual. So I've designated today as a dump and donate day. And so here I've got the dump box, and I've been watching some minimalist videos that say to just go slowly and consciously as you do the decluttering process. Don't try to rush it, because you'll just end up dumping a bunch of things and then feel some sense of regret. So today I'm starting out slow with the dumping, just throwing away some miscellaneous items like gloves that either have holes in them or they're all the left hand. Throwing away some spices, cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, because I no longer use spices in my cooking. Just this container I had used to save to reuse, but it reminds me of eating cookies, and I don't think that's a good thing now that I've gone carnivore. These 2 cords that I bought from Amazon, brand new, but they don't work. My laundry garment bag that is super old and thrashed, and the zipper finally broke off. And then unfortunately I had this heating pad that just really doesn't work anymore. The power doesn't charge it up. So I'm going to start out with just dumping these items, and also this old perfume that is probably 10 years old, and I don't wear perfume anymore. So these things are all in the dump pile, and I'm noticing I'm struggling a bit more with the donate pile, especially because some of these items were given to me as gifts, but I realize I just have too many stuffed animals already, believe it or not, and I don't even know whose shirt that is or why I have it. I'm actually going to give away this book that Aaron bought me a long time ago called Healthy Healing, but it's just filled with a bunch of, health stuff that no longer aligns with my beliefs and views on health, since I'm a carnivore now. I even just checked out what it says about hypothyroidism, and the first thing it says is to eat a lot of green salads, which I totally disagree with. So I think it's time to let this book go to somebody else. I have this book that was accidentally emailed to me somehow through Amazon, and I didn't order it, and I couldn't figure out if somebody sent it to me. So I'm just going to give that away. And then a wall hanging. I have so many of them, and I can't keep all of them. So even though it saddens me to give some of these items away because they were given to me as gifts, I feel like it's time to let them go to somebody new. I've noticed that my greatest point of resistance is right when I'm going to dump the items into the dumpster, because I feel some guilt about the waste and the fact that these items are going into the landfill, and so I have a hard time reconciling that in my mind, but they're also not really items that I could give away or that anybody would find useful, especially if they're broken. And so my new ritual is when I come out to do the dumping, I just gaze up at the sun for a minute to get some strength from it, and then after that I bite the bullet and it goes in the trash. And each time I bring an empty box back into the house, I do feel a sense that I've lightened my load. So I like this idea of using a box and just discarding items selectively and consciously, so that you feel a sense of progress, because you've actually, bit by bit, you're gradually lightening your load and burdening yourself of all these items that we just accumulate that aren't really serving us in any way. And as I was just looking in my closet again here, I'm feeling overwhelmed by all of the stuff that I have accumulated. I suddenly had a realization that instead of feeling burdened and weighed down by all of these possessions that I have, that instead I can flip it and actually feel really grateful that I've had the means to be able to support my life by having all of these different objects that I was attracted to purchase, either through their utility or through their beauty, and that I actually have the opportunity to pick and choose the things that I want to retain that are still supporting me in my goals and having a great life. So I'm just going to go slow with this decluttering process and look at it more as a gift that I have so much abundance in my life that I actually can cull the excess. And instead of feeling guilty, knowing that I'm going to be giving some of these items a new home, that they can then be used by others.